feeling cleaner than I ever would be. It's cooler than Antarctica's weather would be. Damn, I think my swagger is a weapon to me. And dudes don't count you off the record to me. So don't be stepping to me, trying to shake my hand. I'm already the man, ain't trying to make your band. I feel the fact that I'm real just make them mad. I be smoking helium to inflate my swerve. I'm fact that I'm real just make them mad. I be smoking helium to inflate my swerve. I'm fly, yes, I'm high, yes. Every lady wanna get to this guy, yes. Go out tonight, I just might, yes. Style cleaner than yours, so don't buy, yes. I'm so debonair, so debonair. 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 You're not really seeing me, dog. Real talk. You feeling whacker than you ever would be. In mind, you think you.
What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to my channel. Y'all, I've been working today, okay? We got to jump into some conversations because, y'all, I've been scrolling through YouTube a lot, like recently, and I've been seeing a lot of these stories about Diddy and these gay, whatever that goes on. So one just happened the other day, and I'm like, we need to talk about this because I don't know what happened yesterday. I just saw the clips were showing today. I also want to get into some cryptic messages that Keke Palmer has been sending to, I don't know if it's still her boyfriend or not, because it doesn't seem like they're together anymore from what I'm seeing. And then also, what was the other story? It was Keke, Diddy. Oh, and then Monique Samuels did a live about, you know, her divorce or whatever. So I want to get into all that stuff with you guys today. So before we do all that, let's jump to the business of this channel. If you want to join my tribe, please stay on my side. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Turn on your notifications, turn them on all so you get notified every time I go live. If you've already done all that stuff and you're not getting notifications, go ahead and unsubscribe and then resubscribe, because that's been really working for a lot of people. Like the video, share the video, share the video, share the video, share the video. All right. Comment down here in the comment section and then come over here and comment in the chat. It's that simple. All right. Let's play the intro. Let's get into it. Let's go.
I'm fly, yes, I'm high, yes. Every daily wanna get to this guy, yes. Go out tonight, I just might, yes. Style cleaner than yours, so don't buy, yes. I'm so debonair, so debonair. I'm so debonair, so debonair. I'm so debonair, so debonair. I'm so debonair, so debonair.
All right, y'all, and we are back. As you guys know, it takes people a little bit of time to get in here. So I do want to shout out everybody who's already here. What's going on to Dustin Butler? What's going on to Carol Chamberlain? Hey, SoDeb, I'm waiting for this tea. What's going on, Miss Platinum 2001? And also, what's going on to One Who Cares? Good evening, SoDeb, Maz, and chat. All right. So as you guys know, I like to do a little bit of like weird news before I jump into what we're actually talking about. And so I was on Instagram yesterday and I seen this post and it was like really odd and weird to me. So let me go ahead and pull it up. So it says, and this is from comic Lonnie Love. Okay. What's going on to Lonnie Love? Thank you for this post. It says Kim Jong-un, I believe that's how you say it, has issued a ban on unaliving yourself in North Korea and will execute anyone who fails. And I'm thinking to myself, what? Does that make any sense? Let's see what she had posted. She posted North Carolina dictator Kim Jong-un has called unaliving treason against socialism and has ordered local governments to take preventative measures following a rise in cases of that skyrocketed 40% across the country. According to South Korean National Intelligence Service, local government officials would be held jointly accountable for failed to prevent people from taking their own lives in the jurisdiction. And those who attempt and failed will be, you know, doesn't that defeat the purpose? Doesn't that defeat the purpose? Basically, I'm gonna pretend like I did so you can actually do it for me. Um, I don't know what's wrong with this man, but I feel like he really missed the mark with this. I don't think he really thought this through because, oh, I might have attempted it, but you know what? Let y'all go ahead and finish me off because that's basically what he's saying. Maybe people are they over there like making, threats about themselves doing it and then they don't actually do it. So he's like, nope, you know what? We're going to go ahead and do it. Don't play like that. I don't know. But what I do know is it doesn't make any sense at all. Okay. So I wanted to bring it to you guys so you guys can, down in the chat, I'm down in the comment section. If you guys are here late, what do you guys think about that? Carol says that's some crazy ish right there, but he's insane. So, I mean, you can tell he's insane. Thank God I'm not underneath that because, I mean, I haven't never threatened to do anything like that, but that just was weird to me. Okay. So let's go to the next one. This guy tried to rob a nail salon and it didn't work out well for him. I don't know if this was a joke or but nobody was moved. So let's go ahead and pull that up. It says man tries to rob a nail salon down in Atlanta, gave up after nobody noticed him. And watch this, y'all. He looks stupid.
Everybody get down! Give me all your money! It's got the buckets! Give me all your money! Get out! Where's the money?
Now this lady right here who's getting up, she's like, first of all, I came here to get my nails done, not to get robbed. So I don't know what's happening here, but this might not have been my nail appointment. Let me get up, okay? And watch her.
Give me the money! Where's the money? Everybody give me everything!
She's like, get somebody else to do it. I'm the fuck up out of here, okay? I'm done.
Where's the money?
Nobody's moving. Like, no one gives a fuck about this. He even yelled at the three people that were sitting over there to the left, and they was like, no speak of English. Like, I don't know what you're saying. I don't know what he's saying. He's yelling, but I don't know. So he just gives up and walks the hell out. And then our girl came back in like, oh yeah, maybe my nail appointment was today. Maybe it was today. I don't know what the hell just happened, but I remember that my nail appointment actually was today. So she came back in. I don't know what his problem was, but I mean, I don't know. What's going on, Doc from NC? Happy Friday. SoDebNair tried. What's going on to Pink Dynamite? Carol says, LOL. She said, not today. Okay. I don't know what you got going on, but listen, I can reschedule. Okay. Today's not the day. Okay. It's just not it. I saw that video. People just sat there like, I guess, like, I don't know what he's saying. I don't speak the English right now. I'm here for my nail appointment. Is this a skit? Am I being punked? They just sat there like they didn't know what was going on. And I was sitting there too, like, I would have been on Girl in the Blue, like, you know what? Let me go. I think I left my car. My car needs my windows are rolled down in my car. I need to go outside, something, because this wasn't it for me today. Okay. But I just thought that was crazy. So I wanted to show that to you guys. Drop down in the comments if you joined it in late. Let me know what you think about that. Okay. So now let's get into what we are actually here for. Okay. I want to start off with, let's start with Diddy, because that's not a long story. So as you guys know, there's been a lot of speculations about Diddy and his sexuality and these parties that he's been having. Again, the more I scroll on YouTube, I see more and more stories about Diddy. I think I watched one with about Jamie Foxx. They were saying that's why he's in the hospital right now, because he had exposed Diddy. I've seen Keke Palmer. Actually, I seen two. I seen one like yesterday of Keke Palmer with the baby dad right now. How Diddy kind of like violated him a little bit, like he came by him and kissed him on his neck or something like that. So let's go over here to what happened recently, okay? Not you. Where we at? Where's it at? Okay, here we go. Now 50 Cent is speaking out because he's tired of this at this point, okay? Shout out to the Neighborhood Talk. It says, "Ooh, 50 Cent explains why he doesn't go to parties where Diddy is present after reflecting on picture of little baby at Michael Rubin's all-day white party." Why do you have to have an all-day party? That's already crazy to me. 50 says, "See, this is why I don't go to no party Puff and them at. The F is going on here. Get the F off my young ninja. What the F?" This dude is like literally, it just seems like they are just like, it's like, have you ever been to like gay party when they got the mothers over there giving out the hugs? It's like it was just everlasting hugs. And who was the tall guy with the blue hair? It says, "I think people are just so tired and getting numb to certain things and just slow reaction." And I believe that, Doc. I believe that. But yeah, who is this man with the blue hair? I want to know who that is. But this is Little Baby, and they hugging him like he's a little baby. Diddy from the, well, maybe not. But Diddy's hugging him from the back, this man hugging him from the front. And then there's another photo of them. There's another photo here. And this is the Michael Rubin guy. So I don't know what's going on at this party, but it don't seem like a regular party to me. Okay. Is this a hugging party? He don't even look comfortable right here to me. He looks like, whoa, you're poking me in the back. Like, back up off me, okay? I don't know what's happening here. I don't know what's happening. And Little Baby became a little baby for real on this day. You know, I was looking at, I don't know if you guys watched Bad Boys of ATL and of Houston, but the guy Darrell, he was at one of Diddy's parties recently. And I'm like, Diddy really loves the gays because, or I don't know what he's doing with the gays at these parties, but he really loves the gays because they are at these parties. So I don't know, y'all drop down in the comments, let me know what you guys think. Let's move on over to Monique, okay? Let me take this off, and let's get into Monique. Monique Samuel opened up about filing for divorce from Chris Samuels after 11 years of the marriage. All right, we're going to watch this and we're going to talk about this. Shout out to the Shade Room. It says, as previously reported from Real House of Potomac and Love and Mirrors, DC, stars Monique Samuels and Chris Samuels are divorcing after 11 years of marriage. During a recent live, Monique opened up about the steps they took to save their marriage after ultimately agreeing to split. All right, let's get into it.
Are going through a divorce. I was not planning on sharing this information until it was finalized. So I actually filed back in April 14th. We had a mediator like throughout this whole process. And when we felt like we got to a point where it was like, okay,
real quick, I want to thank Robin for the super chat. I appreciate it so much. Listen, y'all, I've been working today, and I done 3 lives today. So if y'all want to hit this Cash App, I'm totally okay with it. The Zelle or the Cash App, I'm okay with it, okay? I've been working all day, okay? What's going on, Miss Redhead? What's going on? What's going on? All right, let's get back into it.
Pretty much on the same page with moving forward with things. I did go to the courthouse and file. So a lot of information that was like put out there, it was put out there, number one, while I was on vacation. I was on a meditation retreat in Costa Rica. So I was in Costa Rica minding my own Black business. And I was on a meditation retreat. So, you know, whether you're the person who seeks the divorce or the person that was asked for the divorce, by the other person. Either way, the process is very stressful. It's like going through a death, you know, in so many ways. Chris and I have been together for 17 years. We've been married for 11 years. But yeah, somebody said at the reunion, so y'all talking about Love and Marriage DC. The reunion, that many people believe the reason you did the show was to set up a divorce to Chris. You both laughed, yet here you are. I hope you both find peace. Yeah, so just because we were going through it last year, which we were, last year was very rough. When we were going through our motions and we were trying to figure things out, the goal was not to get divorced. That wasn't where we were last year. Like, even when people said last year that we were going our separate ways and all of that, Chris and I were trying every which way to figure out, like, how do we get that connection back? How do we bring it back together? And so even at that time, it wasn't true. Like, we weren't seeking a divorce. We were separated in a sense of like, okay, you focus on you, I focus on me, and let's see what happens. So we have been going through this process, and it's been years, you know, like marriage, as many people know, it has its ups and downs, but you get to a point where you feel like you've reached that moment of like, you know what, are we growing? You know, are we stagnant? Are we moving? Like, what's going on? And then you also have to consider the fact that we have 3 children, you know, who are watching us. Our actions and how we interact with each other, how we run our household, that is literally an example for our children of how they're going to live their life, you know? And I don't want our children to ever be in a relationship where they feel like they're not being heard, whether that's on my side or Chris's side, you know, talking at each other, like the marriage becomes like a battlefield. So you get to a point where you also have to consider the fact that we have 3 little people that are literally looking at us and they're taking notes and they're like, okay, this is what's normal. And it's not normal. So, so that's where we are. You guys don't have to be sorry. It's just a part of life. Unfortunately, sometimes it happens. Some people stay married forever. Some people don't. My parents were married for 23 years and got divorced. I know couples that have been married for 60 years and they're miserable. And they literally let their whole life just fade away, you know? So it's really what you make it. And if you get to a point where you're like, you know what, we have grown so far apart that it may be best that we focus on ourselves individually and then focus on the 3 important people in our lives, which is our children. And that's what we decided to do. Chris and I are going through a divorce. I was not planning on sharing this information until it was finalized. So I actually filed back in April 14th. We had a mediator like throughout this whole.
Real quick, I want to thank Carol for the super chat. You've been working hard, friend. Listen, I've been working hard, y'all, the last 3 days, I think. So I appreciate everything that you guys send me over here on my channel. You guys know I don't really even ever ask for anything, but I have been working hard, y'all, so I'm just letting y'all know. But I appreciate that. And Carol also says, I heard she bought a house while this divorce was announced. I heard, well, she said that. She said that. We're going to get into that in just a second.
Whole process. And when we felt like we got to a point where it was like, okay, we pretty much on the same page with moving forward with things. I did go to the courthouse and file. So a lot of information that was like put out there, it was put out there, number one, while I was on vacation. I was on a meditation retreat in Costa Rica. So I was in Costa Rica minding my own Black business. And I was on a meditation retreat. So, you know, whether you're the person who seeks the divorce or the person that was asked for the divorce by the other person, either way, the process is very stressful. It's like going through a death, you know, in so many ways. Chris and I have been together for 17 years. We've been married for 11 years.
All right, so I think it's circling back around. I also wanted to read this. I just saw that Tyrese commented over here. I don't know why Tyrese commented on random people's stuff, because I'm sure he doesn't know the people at all. But Tyrese says, contrary to popular and usual belief, a divorce is not it. Please feel help and try to make this work. 17 years, 11 years of marriage, that there's got to be a way to honor the word you gave to Jesus. She left me and refused to come back. People reconcile all the time. Praying over y'all marriage. Tyrese be so hurt, y'all. I feel bad for that man sometimes. He'd be so hurt. Now, I do want to kind of empathize with her before I go into all this stuff. Miss Redhead said they'll be okay as long as they both make sure the kids are good. And I believe that as well. Listen, going through a separation or a divorce is a lot. I think that people just think like one day you wake up and then it's over. It takes time to get to that space, right? So I think that, I'm not really mad at how Monique and Chris moved on this. It doesn't seem like they're even like as at that angry with each other. I just saw them on Instagram yesterday for I think her name is Imani, the daughter, for her birthday. And they seem pretty much okay to me at that. So it just seems like maybe the love is just it's lost. They don't know how to get it back. And yes, I can agree with Tyrese. It's not always a final thing, but sometimes people do need to separate in order to understand that. So yeah, I do get that people they watch this, and I didn't go over to Love and Marriage DC, so I don't really know everything that everybody watched over there on that show. But what I do know is that going through a separation or a divorce is big, and to actually finally, finalize that and go through with that, it's a big deal for a lot of people. Shout out to Stevie J and Faith Evans because their divorce is final as well. But I wanted to give her that now. On the other hand, I think that what Monique doesn't understand is that she's like a celebrity, and yeah, y'all want y'all's personal space and personal space to handle this privately, but you can't really have that because you're on TV. Like nobody's going to let you just live that down. Carol says sometimes you are better off as friends than lovers. Me and my ex-husband are really good friends. So absolutely, I so much agree with that. I know a lot of people want to read her because they hated her and that she treated Chris bad and these things or whatever. But you never know what's going on in that household. And yes, you take those vows for forever. But we're just in a time where people don't sit and suffer for their entire lives because of vows they took. Because at that time, yeah, it might have been good, and yeah, we might be able to come back together from that. But if we're not both willing to work through that, there's nothing you can do. So, I'm gonna say shout out to both of them because I just feel like if they're able to handle this in the mature way that it looks like they're handling it, let them do that. I want to go back up to who said that. Oh yeah, Carol's comment. A lot of people have been commenting about her building this house and renovating it and everything. I can see Chris letting her stay there until it's over. I'm not even sure if her name is even on the house. And it also sounds like through this divorce, she probably doesn't want that house. So he's probably like, listen, get your stuff done, and then once you get done with it, move. Basically. So again, I just want to shout out to them handling this divorce in a healthy way, because it could be worse, to be honest. But that's my take on it. Guys, drop down in the comments. Let me know what you think. If you're watching this late, or if you're over here in the chat and don't want to comment in the chat, comment in the comment section below. All right, so let's get over to Keke Palmer. I keep wanting to call her Keke White for some reason. Keke Palmer has been sending out some really cryptic messages, okay? And y'all, this is a verdict I'm trying to tell you. You just don't, especially when you're dating one, that boy messed up big time. I want to shout out whoever's over on Facebook too. Thank you for liking the video over there on Facebook. All right. Well, first, let's get into the fact that they are reading this man down. And then his brother, somehow, I think this is the one from the brother. Let me see. Oh, no, this is for him. So it says, ooh, old tweets show up Keke Palmer's baby dad defended police who unalived Alton Sterling. You're supposed to obey the law. This guy, Chris Evans, pulled it up. The internet is undefeated, baby. They're going to pull up anything. He says, what would have happened if Alton Sterling listened and followed orders when the officers yelled repeatedly to get on the ground? People tend to ignore the fact that you're supposed to obey the law regardless of the circumstances. Alton Sterling didn't comply. Alton Sterling could have made the situation easier for everybody. He said everybody, if he would follow orders and get his ass on the ground and not resist. I don't know if he's been missing from the Black community or something, but that does not always work. Okay, so I don't know what he's talking about, but Keke needs to get her ass away from that man fast because he's problematic. Period. I don't give a damn about anything. She needs to get away from that man right now. Okay. Now let's jump into her cryptic messages that she's been posting. It says, this is from Love B. Scott. It says, Keke Palmer shares video drama with boyfriend. If you gonna act up, I'm about to link up. Okay. And this is via by way of Complex Magazine. It says the actress took to TikTok on Friday to post a video of her mouthing the words and dancing to the audio clip of her saying, you ain't stopping what's going on with me, sweetheart. So if you gonna act up, I'm about to link up. Palmer can be seen wearing Nikes, a white tank, gray sweats, and a full face of makeup, including a cherry red lip. She also posted a sweet clip of her singing to her son with the caption, one thing is certain and one thing is for sure true. I'm a mother, through and through. To capitalize on the drama, she announced that she is selling shirts that say, I'm a mother, and Stevie to the bush. The latter in reference a quote she made in an episode of her baby, that's Keke Palmer podcast, which happened to feature Jackson. The clip comes a day after Jackson reacted to clothes Palmer wore to an Usher concert. A viral video shows Usher singing. We all know this part already. Let's see. We know all this. It did seem like Jackson deactivated his Twitter. That's basically because we were all going after his ass. Although he has since confirmed on his timeline that he just figured out how to turn off his replies. It also appears as if Keke and Jackson have unfollowed each other, which we talked about that yesterday on Instagram, with Jackson also deleting photos of her from his profile. The pair welcomed their first child. We know about that. I think he's ashamed of himself right now, as he should be, because he should have never called her out. It was disrespectful. And one thing about a Virgo is you don't publicly embarrass us, period. You just don't do it. And when you do, this is what you get. Okay? So, Keke Palmer's probably done moved all the way on at this point, her and her baby. And he messed it up for his own self because he could have just texted her like, hey, or he could have told her when she got home and said, did he not see her when she left? I'm confused. Do they live together? Something is not right with the story to me. Because why didn't he say something before she left? Even if he did, what made you take that to the internet? And I think that we all have been saying that, like, why would you take this to the internet? You handle your own personal stuff at home, and then don't be upset while you're trying to turn off your comments after you have made the post that you made on social media and don't want the comments, because all they're gonna do is go into your DMs. So either way, they still gonna talk shit to you. You don't have a choice. And even when you reactivate those comments, they're gonna come into those comments every time you post something and talk shit to you. So, you made that bed late in it, baby boy. That's what you did. Hopefully you're gonna be a good father to your son. But she didn't deserve that. And again, I told y'all yesterday, I said, you got to think about, she just had a baby. Who knows what kind of postpartum she's been going through. And she might have just been having a moment where she felt good about her body. And here you go, body shaming her, or shaming her about what she got on the internet. Shame on you, sir. Shame on you. All right, y'all. That's all I got for you guys. This is my last live for today. I want to thank all of you guys for supporting me all day today. It's really meant a lot to me. Hopefully, I'll come up with something to do tomorrow. If not, I'll see you guys on Monday. Carol says, I think someone got in his ear and he reacted so as not to be seen as weak. You, his boy, were talking. Yeah. I believe that too. I believe that as well. But all right, y'all. We'll see you guys in the next video. Until then, y'all, stay blessed. Peace out.
Did it, I 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 did it, did it, you did it, I did it, you did it, did it, I did it, I did it, I did it, did it, I did it, I did it, I did it, I